After months of enduring tear gas, pepper balls, and flashbang grenades outside the ICE building in Portland, protesters got relief. A pair of rulings now restrict the use of force by federal officers. On Monday, Judge Michael Simon granted an injunction barring federal agents from using chemical or projectile munitions like tear gas against protesters at the ICE facility, unless there's an imminent threat of physical harm to an officer or others. The decision came after a 3-day hearing where attorneys representing protesters and journalists argued federal agents used excessive force, violating First Amendment rights. Among the examples, January 19th. Video shows federal officers using pepper spray and other less lethal munitions on peaceful protesters. Judge Simon said officers can't do that. He restricted the use of pepper spray on protesters unless there's active resistance. He also directed both sides to figure out how to place letters or numbers on officers' uniforms so they can be identified. Judge Simon's preliminary injunction came just days after a different judge issued a similar order, restricting federal officers from using tear gas that could seep into a nearby apartment complex after residents complained about ongoing health and safety issues. In court, Justice Department lawyers argued federal officers are simply protecting the ICE building, and tear gas and other munitions are key tools to prevent violence and protect officers. The government's lawyers suggest they intend to appeal.
Okay, so then going forward, what are the instructions for federal officers at the ICE facility? Are we talking no more tear gas?
So Judge Simon's ruling is pretty specific. They note that Homeland Security must provide individual copies of an injunction to all officers working at the ICE building. They're literally handed a copy of this piece of paper.
That's it. Here are your instructions.
Exactly.
Here's what you can or can't do.
Exactly. As for tear gas, they can't use it whenever they want, only if there's imminent threat of physical harm to an officer or others.
Of course, that's also subject to some interpretation as well. There's always a gray area with these sorts of things. Appreciate the follow-up, Kyle. Thanks so much.